Kwesi has been speaking to the finder, and his concern has been that the cocaine that was used in breaching the security or the airport's management, etc., onto the plane to Heathrow, where it was seized by Nayele or Ruby, depending on which name you want to give it, was a complete breach of security. It could have been a bomb, he says. And he says it means that we need to take a critical look at security at the airport and things that need to be done to make sure that, well, Ghana's name is not soiled internationally, etc.
Well, yes, you cannot debate him on this issue. If somebody had been able to, not because it went through the VVIP, but because it even went through the airports, it was able to get into the airplane and get to UK. That is worrying. It means that there's been a security breach, and I agree totally with him. It could have been anything. It could have been anything. But it's even more worrying when Ruby or Nayele is alleged to have used the VVIP lounge. This is a presidential lounge.
No, what is VIP? Yeah, I mean, one respect is VVIP.
Well, it's a VIP, VVIP. These are very important personnel. Very important officials use these facilities. I don't know how many times you've used the VVIP or the VIP. I haven't been. I don't even know there. I haven't seen it. Okay? So, and from what is going on, she actually received it in the plane. Somebody handed it over to her in the plane. VVIP, VIP, meaning that you don't even have to join the tarmac vehicles to go to the entrance of the plane. You will be chauffeur driven, probably in a limousine, presidential car to go to the tarmac. It's worrying. I think the disgrace, the dispute our nation had been dragged to, it will be very difficult to rob it. Now the Brits are very, very upbeat about us. I'm sure that if you travel today, you're going to be subjected to a lot more scrutiny, searching than you would have a month ago. And looking at the British High Commissioner's statement that, look, we didn't have anything to do with the Ghanaian authorities on this drug call.
In terms of collaboration?
In terms of collaboration.
On this very case?
Yes. And even if they did, why would Ghanaian authority come to tell us that this is what happened? Why? What to protect who? Or to let us know that they are also not sleeping and not working. And then the president rushes to dissolve the NACO board, as if to say that the NACO board members really did something untoward. That can, I mean, get the investigation completed before you would pick and choose who should go where. I understand that term of office had elapsed, and so the president can at any time change it or dissolve it and reconstitute it. But not at a time when a serious issue like this had come up. You tend to give the impression to the world that the NACO board itself, members, and these are distinguished members who have been working tirelessly, risking their lives, because the drug trade, it's so dangerous that those who are in it would find means. After they even kill, they poison, they do all manner of things to get what they want. So if we continue along this path with the president all over the place trying to defend and to explain away how things, why are you shaking your head? That's what he did. The last time
the president did that?
Of course. Why was a media man arrested for reporting? Why was he arrested? And why did the president come to explain that our BNI are doing something that is...
Dr. Kwesi's thoughts.
Yeah.
Why should we equate this and terrorism? Or how is this very scenario perhaps also... I am
not a security expert, but speaking as a pedestrian, in my pedestrian knowledge, cocaine is a high-risk enterprise anybody will go in. It brings so much revenue to those who do it. And because it is illegal, people would use all manner, including terrorism. If they have to pay somebody to do something so that they can get away with it, they will do it. If cocaine had gone through, bombs could also go through. And if Al-Qaeda or Touchwood, Boko Haram want to use the country as its base, it's very clear, and I'll not be surprised. I'll not be surprised at all if people would start using the country as a base for their nefarious activities, because it looks like we've gone to sleep. We might have all the security experts, but are they working? Have they been compromised? You wouldn't know. But Ghanaian, as a Ghanaian, I look at the situation that is currently in this nation, and I'm sick. Seriously, I'm getting frustrated by day. And I think that we should all bow our heads in shame, you and I, because somehow we've contributed to what is happening here. We're politicizing this issue as well. So the criminals get away with it. They hide behind NPP, NDC, CPP, and now...
So far CPP has not been mentioned, NPP, well, NDC.
Okay. But at the end of the day, the criminals will get away with it. The politicians and the political parties themselves don't gain anything. All right? But we are tearing ourselves apart, showing who did what worse. And if you continue along this path...
It's not who did, under whose regime?
Yes, under whose regime, the same thing, just semantics. Under whose regime, what came up. Today we have a big situation on our hands. The lady had pleaded guilty, even before the trial is completed, or even before she's found culpable. She's pleaded guilty for hauling 12.5 kilograms of cocaine. And you have a minister of foreign affairs coming to tell us that she thought it was gold. As if to say that...
But don't worry, that's a relayed information. Do you think that even though she's now pleaded guilty, and of course we're being told that January 5, 6, they'll come in for the final ruling on the case as to how many years she's going to spend in jail, do you think that further investigation needs to be undertaken by the British authorities?
I'm sure the British authority, they are not sleeping.
They'll do the right thing. I'm
sure they'll do the right thing. And whoever is involved with this would come up. And from what I'm getting, I hope it is not true. It looks like people in very, very high places have compromised their positions, or have taken undue advantage of their position and doing something that really hurts the image of this country. How many people would come and invest in this country? How many Brits will come and invest in this country? We have short of even our development partners. The amount of money that support our budgets is dwindling. And these are all some of the scenarios, these are all the situations that contribute to people not willing to give their monies to us. If we have people who are supposed to protect us getting involved with illicit drugs and doing things like this, I mean, it's really mind-boggling.
Okay, thank you very much. And Fred Amankwasafo is a businessman, he's an entrepreneur, he's a software developer, and he's basically into everything IT as well. And he's a member of the MPP. And thanks for joining me, Fred.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay,
thanks for having me.
Time in the studio. We're taking a break. When we come back, we're talking HIV/AIDS. We're told that the statistics are frightening, and as far as the prevalence rate per our population is concerned, and the percentage levels of 0.8, well, many people shouldn't be frightened. But the numbers in themselves, 150,000 people getting infected, then it means that there's a lot more that needs to be talked about. And Mama Vioso Abaje will be doing all that in the next 1 hour. And please do stay on. You're still watching The AM Show.